So first things first, I'll admit to error here because I'm a man of integrity and dignity and everything else. I was unaware that the electric cars were on the market yet, and the reason for that is because nobody ever fucking talks about them. So I did that. I looked at a website. Well, I just typed in how much the electric car costs, and yes, they're 30 to 40 grand. But while that is expensive, not that anybody ever does anything about price gouging or inflation in this fucking world, as you guys insist that everything is Joe Biden's fault, because you guys never fucking research. Well, there is one thing you got to look at there, though. How much does it cost to charge these cars, these electric cars, as opposed to gassing them up, which is what's inflated? Uh, yeah, so that's all I can really say about those. Yes, that is expensive, but if the Republican Party was at all interested in actually making the economy, improving it so that people can live properly with a healthy standard of living and strong financial power, or purchasing power rather, maybe that wouldn't be a fucking problem, huh? Now I'm going to go through this, and then I'm going to backtrack. And in the order you wrote it, without fully explaining everything, since apparently you were frustrated from where I was coming from. No, I'm not really frustrated. I break things down. I know you guys don't listen, so getting frustrated with people who are mentally ill or just brainwashed or something is completely pointless, because how else are you going to think, or what else are you going to say, you know? It's just the way you are. I don't blame you. It's just the way the way it is, and that's what I'm dealing with. These posts max out with, blah, blah, blah. Nor am I interested in, neither of us are going to be persuaded to change thoughts. Now, what do you want me to persuade my thoughts to, or my thoughts about? Or the border? Okay, well, okay, going back here. Okay, what are you into? Which one are you? Okay, so you want... the best his measure is blocked invasion of illegals. Okay, so I mentioned, okay, I must have been talking to another guy then. Okay, so what do you think of the idea of having government agencies along the border, or however, or wherever they would need to be, in order to deal with all of these illegal immigrants? You guys got me calling them aliens. Well, that is an acceptable term, I guess. But yeah, these illegal immigrants, and to get them in there, to interview them, to find out why they want into America so badly. What's the problem? You're not interested in that? If not, why not? I mean, you're all about blocked invasion of illegals. Now, is blocking them off going to stop it? Is it going to get to the root of the problem of why they're trying to get in? Is blocking going to stop that? Is blocking going to solve those problems? No, you're only blocking it. All you're really doing is a small little thing of food for ants to come along and get, then putting a wall around those ants. That's not gonna stop the ants, but that's all you're doing. You're masking the problem. You're not solving it. And as for the military, well, now, America has been involved in 100+ wars. Now, you're saying that America needs a strong military. You didn't even answer these questions, by the way. But what have the Democrats given you assurance? You're going on about the Democrats. Who the fuck is talking about Democrats right now? This is about you, and you represent the Republican Party, correct? Because the Democrats aren't for blocking the border, nor are they interested in a strong military. Why are you? Who is a threat to America, and how? These invading immigrants, as you call them? You criticize me of not gonna. Well, it's all about me being persuaded towards your position and your ideals. A little bit one-sided, don't you think? Now, granted, I didn't say anything yet, but you didn't ask me either. What do? You go on about this shit. You're not gonna waste your time. And you're telling me which news to look at. You're telling me what to do. That's all you're doing here. What research have you done? You want to come down on me for my error about electric cars, which I've just admitted I'm ignorant about, for the reason I stated? And then you call me out for, what is it you said here? But I knew it was just a matter of time when you would call me a jackass and fascist. Okay, so what are you then? Why you didn't ask me any questions. You didn't ask me anything. You're sitting here telling me how it is and what I should be doing. But you're not a fascist or a jackass. You're not angry and miserable. You're angry about these illegals when your own represented party isn't interested in doing anything about it. And I just told you about the agencies all along the border, but I thought you would care about that. You would say, oh, well, you're just a communist. See, it works both ways. You guys are always calling, well, I'm often assumed to be a leftist, and therefore I'm called a communist, pedophile, etc., etc., etc. And you go, nobody's allowed to call you fascist. Nobody's allowed to call you anything. People are obligated to listen to every word you say. Or they're bad. They're evil demon rats. Get the fuck over yourself, Red Appetite.